Hello, this is Father Michael Nasser coming to you from St. Nicholas Orthodox Church here in Grand Rapids, Michigan for this week's Midweek Reflection. And this week I am reflecting on how we view the future and specifically plans that we hear. So here we are in, second, third day of the new Trump presidency. And there's always just a flurry of things going on, executive orders and changes of things. And some people are celebrating. They think this is the most wonderful thing in the world, and they're just so happy. And other people are just so angry and so sad and so scared. And I think this points out something that I think all of us really need to reflect on, which is how do we deal with our understanding of what's going to happen? People have plans, and sometimes those plans are about trying to ensure something better to happen or avoiding something bad. And we just have a lot of anxiety built into us, or that we built into ourselves rather, about the future. And this is one example because all these things, what does this mean for me, for the country? But whether it's presidential activities or just decisions in our own life, we just have a lot of anxiety about the future. What's going to happen if we plan on something? We sometimes feel we're so certain things will happen, certain things won't happen. And then we encounter a verse like I encountered this morning. I went to do my daily Bible reading, and there was a verse of the day in the app that I use, and it's from Proverbs. It's chapter 19, verse 21. And the Proverb says that many are the plans in the mind of a man. Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. In other words, other people might have plans for us, presidents, senators, kings, bosses, spouses. We might have plans. There are many plans in the mind of a man, let alone all humanity. Lots of plans. What's going to happen to all of them? Eventually, only those that are aligned with the purpose of the Lord will stand. I have a friend who is on social media a lot more than I am. I don't go on a whole bit, mainly to post things like this, and then I'm gone. Once in a while I go on a little more, but not too much. But she tells me that there is all kinds of angst on the political left about what's going on in Washington, D.C., and lots of jubilation on the right about what's going on with our new president. And yet my thought is, why do people get so invested? Who knows what's going to happen? Some of the stuff is going to go through, some of it's not going to go through, right? They're plans, and eventually, only the plans are aligned with the purpose of the Lord are going to stand. We waste so much energy of either fear and anxiety and worry on the one hand, or just sometimes assuming things will go a certain way because there are certain plans that way. We don't know. What we do know is that eventually the only plans that will stand, the only ones that make it till the end, are those that align with the purpose of the Lord. So I think we could take all of us take a deep breath, maybe lower some of our excitement and expectation on the hand, or even lower our trepidation on the other, and say, you know what? Okay, people have ideas, they have plans, they don't always agree with us, or they really agree with us, doesn't matter. Eventually, only those aligned with the purposes of the Lord are going to stand. So let's all take a deep breath if we are truly followers of Jesus Christ and say, Lord, we want your will to be done. We might like this policy, dislike that policy. We could worry about it, stress about it, get all excited about it, or we could just say, well, let's see what happens, do what we can do to live good, healthy, happy, faithful lives, and not spend so much energy on what other people's plans are, even our own. Make plans, work to enact, hopefully, plans for good things, but not so much emotional and even spiritual investment in the plans of man, because again, one last time, only those that align with the purposes of the Lord are going to stand, and we can rest in that idea. So I hope you find this helpful. If so, please share it, family, friends, neighbors, and we'll see you, God willing, in next week's video.